What's up everybody? It's Alejandro's Entertainment House here, back again with another rant video. I know I did a rant on the YouTube user before, but however, according to the passionate geek, he suggested me to do a redo rant on the YouTuber. But with even more details. And this is for you, my friend. Anyways, I'm gonna do a redo rant on one of the most obnoxious movie reviewers I have ever seen on social media, which is none other than Diaz Station. And before I start this rant, to any of you guys like or being neutral to him, then I highly suggest you to cut ties with him because of the reasons I'm going to give you. And no, this is not opinion bashing. It is just an advice to you guys. But anyways, let's get the redo rant started. Diaz Station has got to be one of the worst movie reviewers I have ever seen on social media. I'll tell the following reasons why you should not trust Diaz Station at all. 1. He shames on people for liking the sequel trilogy Star Wars and the Disney live-action remakes. Are you serious, Diaz Station? That is opinion bashing. And people have the rights to like these movies. And you don't need to shame them for liking these movies. Because it's their opinion. 2. He says the R word in most videos to the people just because they watched The Lion King 2019 or Lilo and Stitch 2025. Like, are you kidding me right now, Diaz? You should know that the R word is offensive to autistic people. And if you said the R word to a person who has autism, then guess what happens? The person who has autism would feel very offended by that word. 3. He stalked on Cartoonshi. Which proves that he is a stalker. Speaking of which, back in 2020, Diaz, or Misanthropony as he was known back then, was acquaintances with Cartoonshi, who I'll just be calling Toonshi. Now, remember, they weren't friends, just acquaintances. That was until Diaz started talking about culture war drama on Toonshi's Discord server, and just getting angry at people who disagreed with him, and tracked them down on other social media platforms. Toonshi didn't feel comfortable being friends with Diaz. He was gonna go into his DMs, but Toonshi just didn't want to confront him, so he silently blocked him. Until Diaz hopped on an alt account, pretending to be a different person, and manipulating Toonshi to talk to Diaz. Very unbelievable, isn't it, folks? And let's talk about the situations with the two YouTubers with Diaz, Leo Convoy and Just a Robot. And let me explain about the situation. Now, keep this in mind, Leo did some bad things as well. I don't know anything about it, I just know he isn't much better, so keep that in mind while reading this. Leo used to be a good friend of Diaz back when he was known as Misanthropony. Now, while Misanthropized, Diaz has done lots of bad stuff. Some of the people who didn't like took him way to the extreme, and basically, Leo was calling out the people who took him way to the extreme. That was until Diaz stalked Toonshi on an alt account. Leo would get into a call with Diaz, and make him confess he was the one who made that account to blackmail Toonshi. Leo would end up cutting ties with Diaz after this. And again, Leo isn't much better. And for Just a Robot, which is a popular YouTuber with almost 200k subs, but, warning, Jar is nowhere near innocent. No, before I talk about Jar, I will tell you that, in 2023, Diaz closed his account, and left YouTube, and he was doing pretty good, and his mental health was improving. But, the problem was that he came back to YouTube, and he went back down the same hole he escaped a year prior. Diaz would make his return by working for Jar, and then Diaz would come back with his current channel, Diaz Station. Now, Diaz would end up cutting ties with Jar after Jar literally defended a pedo, and Diaz would make a video on this. And Jar is still being humiliated for being an absolute clown. That is very unbelievable. 4. He even sended a nuke threat with those planes and missiles to Universal Studios in his land before Time 13 The Wisdom of Friends part on his worst animated sequels of 2025. Are you crazy right now, Diaz? You should know that is a nuke threat. And nuke threats don't work, and you will get arrested and get executed if you do this thing like that. This is why you should not trust Diaz Station. 5. He demanded everyone to destroy a Lion King 2019 DVD on a store and someone's house. Are you fucking kidding me, Diaz? You should know that destroying DVDs is a waste of money. And if you dare destroy the DVD in the store, guess what happens? You will get kicked out from the store if you do that sort of thing in real life. 6. On his Lilo and Stitch 2025 video, he blamed on the people who give it praise, which is opinion bashing, and people have the rights to like the movie. 7. He always blames on the Hollywood industry all of the time. I know the Hollywood industry isn't perfect, but there are some good things about the industry. Like, the way you do that all of the time is way too far. 8. He believes that Bob Iger was the one who made the Lilo and Stitch remake, when in reality, he was not the one who made the live-action remake of said movie. It was Dean Fleischer-Camp who made the movie. Bob Iger was the CEO of Disney. Speaking of which. 9. He always attacks on Bob Iger for no reason at all. I get that he is not a perfect CEO in 2023 through onwards, and even sometimes in the late 2000s and 2010s. But that is way too far. And 10. He is nothing but an offensive, and cruel, and opinion basher of a film critic. And I'm so done with you for all of the crap you have caused. And don't you think about apologizing, because your apologies will be denied forever. So, that's all for this rant. And this is for you, passionate geek. Shoutout goes to you because you're a great YouTuber. Thanks for watching my redo rant on Diaz station. And I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great day.